So when I first got my NHS wheelchair about 8 years ago, this wheelchair is a Invacare Action 3 wheelchair. It met my needs back then, but over the past 3 or so years, it's just not met my needs, and I'd been looking into different wheelchair options like folding electric wheelchairs, manual wheelchairs, to see which kind of chair would better meet my needs now. The main problem with this wheelchair is just how heavy it is. It weighs around 15 to 20 kilos, which makes it difficult to push and also transport. So to transport it, you have to fold the backrest down, you have to take the wheels off and the foot plates, and even with all those things taken off, it's still really heavy to lift into the car boot. I also don't have a proper wheelchair cushion. I just have a generic pressure sore cushion that I sit on, and that sometimes rubs on the tyres. The brakes are really flimsy. The foot plates stick out really far, which when I had my Batec attached meant that I was in a really uncomfortable position with my Batec. And I've not got it on now, but the Batec attachment, I had to kind of it was like a swing away one. So that was really annoying. Every time I had to fold my chair up, I had to unscrew the Batec attachment and then screw it back in place. And these are quite flimsy to undo the foot plates to take them off. And the push rims were really small, so I had to buy these push rim covers just to give me more bulkiness to hold on to the push rims, because sometimes my hands spasm up, so I need something quite chunky to hold on to, and also just to give me some grip to help me push the chair, because of the weakness in my arms. And the armrests get in the way, I find, and that was something that I didn't want on my new chair, was armrests, because I just find them annoying really. And one of the problems that I found was because the backrest is so high, it causes my shoulders to sublux and dislocate, and it causes my shoulders a lot of pain when I'm self-propelling, because it doesn't give my shoulders freedom to move when I'm self-propelling. So that caused a lot of problems, the high backrest, because technically to self-propel, the backrest height should be below your shoulder blades. So technically this chair is more for somebody to push me in the chair than for me to be self-propelling in it. So it wasn't giving me the active lifestyle that I wanted in this chair. And also I found that these casters, because they're really thin, they get stuck in grass and gravel and things like that. So that's caused a lot of problems. So generally it was just not meeting my needs in the end, and I decided to go and get my new chair, which is a GTM Mustang, which now meets my needs, and I am totally in love with my new chair. Oh, and the other thing that I found really hard with my NHS chair is it has solid tyres, so it has no suspension on it at all. So every single little bump, like going over tiles and bricked pathways and stuff like that. You just felt every single like little bump, and it just made going up and down curbs on my Batec an absolute nightmare. So yeah, no suspension was so uncomfortable. And also I just didn't feel like I had a personality with this chair. I did try and jazz it up with the wheels, but I was able to make my new chair more me. I also had my Fafora bag on this chair, but I've put it onto my new chair now. Yeah, it just doesn't, this chair just doesn't meet my needs now, so I'm glad for it to go back to the NHS and for it to go to somebody who it will meet its needs for them, because it's time for me to not need it anymore, because like I said, it's just not the chair for me anymore. It used to help me, but it doesn't now.